Welcome to our virtual event celebration. I'm your host, Kasaya Setnar. Of course, we wish so much that we could all be together hanging out in California right now, but we are hosting our first virtual event, and we're hoping that today we just offer you a ton of tremendous value. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. So whether you're having a watch party with all your friends and hanging out, or you're watching by yourself on your phone, thank you for taking this time to grow yourself and better yourself. You're going to get a lot of value. So the first thing we're hoping that you gain from this event is that you get strength from the presentations that you hear today. Sometimes a person can say something at just the right time in your life that can absolutely change you forever. And in addition to gaining strength from what you're going to hear from the different speakers, this is an incredible time where you see other people who have made the same decision you have to start their own business, right? And that feels good because we want to be around people who are like us. And you'll also hear about how they've overcome their fears and made it to the highest levels in the company. So hopefully you'll start thinking, man, if they can do it, I can do it too. And we also want to help you grow your mindset because at events, this is where you really learn what's working right now in the business. And this is from people who are out there making big things happen in their business and their lives. And so we want you to be present and learn about how to grow your business and adapt during changing times. I mean, look at how we're shifting and changing with everything that's going on right now. So it's really important to learn new and innovative ways that you can run and manage your business. We also want to challenge you today to start and write some things down. Today, you're going to hear from a variety of speakers who are going to give you amazing advice about your business. So write it down. And then remember, just because they're the ones on stage that you're learning from doesn't mean that you can't do that too. So when you learn, teach. So you can teach your new team members the tips that you learn. And then I also want to invite you guys to engage in our community. So if you hear something that really hits home that you think is of tremendous value to you and how you run your business, then share it in the comments below. That's adding value. It's reinforcing that thought and that key in your own mind. And it's also helping the rest of the community see what's really valuable to you. So I want to invite you guys to let us know where you're tuning in from and who you're tuning in from with. So maybe if you're with friends, post some pictures in the comments below and let us know where you're enjoying our celebration event from. And we want to let you know that this session will probably last until about noon, give or take, and then we're going to break for lunch and we're going to come back this afternoon for another amazing session. So of course, I want to say how happy we are on behalf of our Smile family. We're so delighted to have you joining us for our first ever virtual celebration event. And we're going to go ahead and kick things off. So let's hear from our amazing founders, Jeff and Nicole Thompson.
Welcome everybody to day one of our virtual celebration 2020. Unfortunately, we can't all be together at this time, but you know what? Sad. It's going to be a great 2 days. We have so much in store for you guys, so much greatness. You're going to be hearing from some amazing merchandisers, from yours truly over here. We have some great announcements, some recognition for those that have hit Achiever, Believer, and Creator, and we have a very special guest speaker. So stay tuned. I know you guys are all going to love it.
So excited. Unfortunately, like Nicole said, we're coming at you guys virtually, but it's better than nothing. I look forward to a future event where we can embrace, put faces with names. We have a lot of new merchandisers who have just joined, and we're so excited to have them. We hope that you're tuning in live and are eager with a pen and paper to take notes and learn from all your fellow merchandisers. We have a lot to take in over the next 2 days, which we're truly excited about.
Really excited.
Today, you're going to be hearing from Nicole, myself. You're going to be hearing from Brittany Lewis, Carly Wells, Andrea Thompson, Tia Coughlin, Katie Graham, and Courtney and Stephanie on flexibility in your business. So a lot of amazing, valuable information. And again, I hope you're prepared and ready to take notes and just really take it all in. And one of the things that was mentioned by Chris Robinson at our Smile Summit is, while you're taking those notes, don't just write down everything that's being said. If you have thoughts that come to you,
write those down.
Kind of like your own personal revelation, write those down too as action items to take action on. So many good things. We have Jordan Adler closing out the event tomorrow. So excited to have him. I've been reading his book, Beach Money. I encourage everybody to get their hands on that and read from it. It's just some amazing insights on how he succeeded in this industry. And really the key to that is never giving up, right? So we hope to see you guys in the long haul here. Again, our ultimate goal here at Smile is to create long-term success for you and your families, for this to be a thriving, enduring business. Stick with us, and hopefully you guys, it'll all be worth it for you. That's what hard work and tenacity will get you. So again, super excited to be with you. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are watching together as teams, and making it fun, right? Because that's the core value here as well. We don't just work hard, but we have fun when we do that. So anyways, a lot of amazing things, announcements, like Nicole said, some fun announcements, some exciting announcements. And again, just a lot of valuable information from your peers, also from Calvin, as well as Jordan Adler and Keziah will also be speaking to us as well. So looking forward to it.
Yay, we're excited. Hope you guys are excited too.
Welcome, guys.
Let's give it up one more time for our amazing founders, Jeff and Nicole Thompson. I absolutely love hearing from them. I know you guys do too. Our next speaker was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and is a creator and a team leader here at Smile. She's married to her high school sweetheart, is a proud mom of a 6-year-old son, a 4-year-old daughter, and has another little dress model due to come in November. She's been with Smile for 3.5 years, and she says she loves that it lets her be present with her family while providing for them. She's passionate about sharing the opportunity with others because it has truly changed her life. She's looking forward to sharing some tips with you today on how to run a consistent business. One thing success will always rely on is consistency. And if you're going to stay consistent in the work it takes to achieve your goals, you have to stay motivated. So our next speaker, Brittany Lewis, is here to talk to you about how to find all three: motivation that leads to consistency, consistency that leads to success, and success worth celebrating.
Hi guys, if you don't know me, I'm Brittany Lewis. I'm a creator with Smile. I've been with DDS for 3.5 years. It's been absolutely amazing. I've been married to my husband for 6 years. We have a 6-year-old Bennett, a 4-year-old Emerson, and we're due with our second little girl in November. So that's all very, very exciting. We live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, born and raised. Very exciting, you guys. Don't be too jealous. And I don't know, I love dogs, Star Wars, all things nerdy, I guess, and definitely Smile. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about consistency because, like I said, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and there have been times when I've been very consistent and I've seen my business grow, and there have been times where I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys. I haven't been as consistent, and I've seen my personal business kind of come to a standstill. So I know the value of consistency because I've seen both sides of that coin, and I want you guys to learn from me because I don't ever want you to find your business at a standstill and have to kind of rebuild. It's really hard. It's really draining, and if we can avoid it and we can just prevent it, it's going to help you so much more in the long run. So bear with me. Again, learn from my mistakes, take some of this advice and use it in your business. There's a way to use it to really, really help you guys and just help you come out stronger. Whether you're just a merchandiser, not just a merchandiser, whether you're a merchandiser or a leader, building a team, consistency is very, very important. The best analogy I can give you guys is to think of your business as a garden. When you have a garden, you plant seeds, okay? You planting your seeds, that's you buying your starter kit, okay? Then you have to go in, take care of the soil. You have to water it every day. And when you have a garden, much like your business, you're watering it, trusting that under the soil, underground, things are growing. Okay, you can't see them growing, but you're trusting that they're growing. When you first start your business, for the first couple of months, you're not necessarily seeing this really big profit. You have to trust that those seeds you've planted are going to grow and bloom. It's hard, you guys. It's hard to kind of just go with the flow and trust, but you have this leadership team at home office, within your own teams, All of the leaders are absolutely incredible to help you and just tell you, you can ask them, is what I'm doing working? They'll be honest with you and they'll tell you, yes, do this differently. Listen to them, use those mentors, because that garden that you're growing, there are people that have been growing the same type of garden for years that just want to help you. So really think about it. You have to plant those seeds and then you go in and you tend to that garden. Even when you see plants, you still have to go in and weed and tend, and you have to be consistent. I don't go to the gym, obviously, but if I did, you guys know, my gym people out there, if you only go once, you're not going to see progress. You have to go over a long period of time consistently to really see that change. And kind of same thing, garden, gym, you have to do it on a regular basis. One of the biggest consistency tips that I have for you guys is to turn your goals into activities. If your goal is $1,000 in sales a month, you have to figure out what activities you have to do to make that goal a reality. Okay, so let's say your goal is $1,000. I just picked a nice round number for everyone. And your average party sells $250. Again, just picked a random number. If you know that your goal is $1,000 and your average party sells $250, then guess what, you guys, you have to book at least 4 parties. I'm going to encourage you to book 5 or 6, just in case one of them is a total bust. You have a cushion. Then you're meeting your monthly goals just from your parties, which is absolutely amazing. And it gives you space for growth in your personal business, in your personal group, when people shop from you, not from parties. Turn your goals into activities. What are your goals and what are the amount of activities you have to do to reach those goals? And just, again, be consistent with it. If there are 6 people that want to book a party with you in August, don't book all 6 parties for the first week of August. Spread it out. And then from those parties, find hostesses for future parties. Okay, so have 1 party a week, maybe 2 parties a week, depending on your goals and how many you have scheduled. And then at every party, try to get 2 to 3 hostesses for September, for October, for November. We work in 3-month increments, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but you should always be planning your next 3 months, your next quarter of the year, because what you do today will affect your business 3 months from now, more than you even think. It's a ripple effect. If you're really pushing, you're really consistent, you're getting those hostess sales, you're rebooking from parties, you're, great in your group, your people are interactive, 3 months from now, you're going to see the results from that. Okay. And you have to do me a favor and stop restarting your business. And maybe you don't even realize you're doing it. But when you're not consistent, if you go a week of being really, really gung-ho, all smile, pushing, posting in your group, being interactive, scheduling posts, going live, you do a week of that. And then there's a week of radio silence. When you come back after that week of silence, you're completely restarting your business. You guys, it's not enough to work hard if it's not consistent. It's better to do the, not go so hard that you wear yourself out, not go so hard that you're draining yourself so that you can be consistent. So if you have to choose, don't work on your business 10 hours a day for a week and then don't do anything for a month. Maybe work on your business 4 hours a day if it's full-time for you, or an hour or 2 if it's part-time, whatever you're comfortable with and whatever your goals are. Obviously, make your work line up with your goals. But instead of working 10 hours a day and draining yourself so that you don't have any energy or motivation to continue to do your business in a couple of weeks, go at a pace that you can be consistent at. It's really important to not restart. It's exhausting starting a new thing. I'm getting ready to have a newborn, and oh wow, I kind of forgot how crazy it was. We're going to have to restart with diapers. We're going to have to restart with feeding, restart with teaching them how to walk and talk. And you guys, that's a lot of work. My kids are 4 and 6. They go to the bathroom by themselves. They can get themselves snacks. They can do all of these things. But when you're restarting with a newborn, it's kind of like restarting your business. After not doing it for so long, you forget everything that's involved. And when you're constantly restarting and you're creating all this work for yourself, even if you don't realize it, it's going to be really hard to motivate yourself to keep going when you're starting from square one every single time. So don't constantly restart your business. Get at a pace where you can be consistent. Again, guys, I've had these points in my business where I've been really consistent, and I've had these points where I haven't, and I've seen a big change. I've had to rebuild my personal business, and it was really hard. It was really draining, and I'm glad I did it because I have the most amazing business, the most amazing team. But there was a point where I really feel like I had to start over, and that was really hard. You're going to have this honeymoon phase with your business where everything is good. And then after, you and your business husband are gonna clash heads. If you're married or in a relation, you've ever been in a relationship, you know that honeymoon phase is a very real thing. Once your hard work comes, once your business garden starts blooming, everything looks good, everything is great. Until the weeds start coming, everything is perfect. And then you have to go and you have to keep building. It's going to get hard again. It's going to go through waves again, 3 months. Every season, I think, has a really amazing month, has a really slow month where you have to be even more consistent. And then it has a month that's about average. And that's, again, every season, every 3 months. 4 times a year, you're going to have those waves. And I think that's completely natural in every type of retail, but it's really important in what we do because we sell clothes for all years. So we have to change our marketing strategy every season. We have to know when we're in that honeymoon phase that we still need to be prepping for the next phases of our business because they will come, whether we're ready for them or not. So really don't make it optional. Don't make your business optional. Don't make prepping optional for the future. Decide you're going to do it and do it. You are your own boss. But the best thing is you get to write your own paychecks, which I'm a big fan of. The harder I work, the more consistently I work, the more money I make in my business. Your consistency is literally your paycheck. It's what determines your paycheck. It's what creates your paycheck. It's not showing up once a week doing 10 hours of work. It's being there every single day, making it a part of your routine, making it something that's a priority in your life because of the other priorities that you have. My business is a priority in my life. Okay, I have my marriage, my children, my dogs. I'm such a dog person. My family, and my business, it's right up there because my business is what's going to allow me to spend time with my family. It allows me to provide for them while I'm present with them. And that is a gift, you guys. I know I grew up with a single mom who was never home because she was providing for us. She wasn't able to provide and be present. So I know this business is a gift. And the more consistent I am with this business, the more I'm able to spend time with the people that I'm working this business for, my kids. Whenever I first started, Emerson was just a year old. We were on one income and it was hard. I had horrible postpartum depression. I started just to kind of give me something to do so that I wasn't just hating myself all day. And wow, my husband had just graduated from college. He was an accountant. If you know an accountant, I'm here to tell you they do not make as much money out of college as you would think. And I wasn't working because we had 2 small children. I never thought I would be at the point in my life where I was financially comfortable bringing a 3rd child into the world. And now here we are. And that's such a gift. I'm not going to cry, but I'm just so grateful for this business because literally if it wasn't for this business, we wouldn't have had another child. We wouldn't have been comfortable doing that. And we're so excited. But it's because I was consistent and because I worked when it was easy and I worked when it was hard. And working when it's hard it's hard, you guys. It's something that you have to really train yourself to do. And again, you can't make it optional. But the reward when you do that, the reward when you push through, the reward when you tell yourself, I deserve to do this. I deserve to take an hour every day for my business because it's helping my family. But even if it's not helping my family, like I deserve to have something that brings me joy. I deserve to have something that's mine, something that I can look at my numbers at the end of the month and say, wow, I really did something. You deserve that. And you deserve to give yourself the best chance of success as possible. And that comes from being consistent. So don't feel selfish for taking that time every night. Don't feel selfish for saying and being assertive and saying, this is what I need. This is what I need from you, my family. I need you to help me. I need you to help me package. When I first started, I did everything myself. And then when my husband saw that I was making a little bit of money, he would help with the photography, and me, I like everything a certain way. So I was like training him on it. I was like his boss. It was probably very annoying. But we were very consistent even before we had to be. And then there was a point in time where my husband lost his job and the consistency became even more important because in this business, you're not making a certain amount every month. You're making an amount based on how hard you work and how consistently you work. So when he lost his job, because we had been so consistent before we needed to be, Okay. This business was there to just like bless us when we needed it to be. So we had been consistent, we had grown a steady business, and we were able to provide for our family by continuing to be consistent in that 3-month period where he wasn't able to find another accounting job, which he did. Everything is good. He's back to work, so he's not home driving me nuts all the time. Bless. But for that period of time, thank goodness I had been consistent before I needed to be. Thank goodness I had planted those seeds before I knew I needed them, so that when I needed those flowers to go sell and bloom, they were already there. So don't wait until you need something to make it grow. Again, 3-month blocks, you guys. You don't know what's going to happen 3 months from now. You don't know where you'll be in life, mentally, with your family, in your business. So what you're doing now is affecting 3 months from now. Do you want that security? Do you want that backup? Do you want that really good base to do big things 3 months from now? You can't think that your actions today, the repercussions of those or the rewards of those end a week from now. Again, if you had a very, very slow, what month is it? April. If you had a slow April and you weren't really pushing and you weren't really working, you're going to see the results of that. Now it's July. They're just starting to come around. You're just starting to see that it's really affecting you. So work in those 3-month blocks. Remember that your consistency is your paycheck. You are your own boss. You get to write your own paychecks, essentially, based on your work. But as your own boss, you also have to think, do I deserve the income that I want from this? If not, what can I do to make myself eligible for a promotion? If you want a promotion in this business, you can do it. That's the coolest thing about this business. You don't have to wait for someone else to decide if you're worthy. You know exactly what you have to do. You just have to do the work consistently. So if you want a bigger paycheck, think you're your boss. Look at your work behavior. Look at how consistently you're working. Look at how often you're trying new things. Look at how often you step out of your comfort zone or have conversations with other people or reach out to mentor others or reach out to others to be mentored. Because I can tell you right now in this business, everybody has a mentor. Everybody. The people at the top, the people just starting, whether you realize it or not, there's someone who you're looking at in this business to guide you. And I don't want you to think that that's just a new person thing. The people at the very, very top have mentors. Jeff and Nicole have mentors. Calvin has a mentor. And they're very, very successful people. All of the leaders in this company, they have mentors. And if you don't think you have a mentor, then there's someone that you don't realize is affecting your business. Make it a conscious decision. Make your mentorship consistent. Reach out to them. Set up calls. I know that at least the leaders in this company will be more than willing to help you, whether you're on their team or not, because we care about your success, every single one of you. And I know that when you make a conscious decision to be consistent and to grow and to learn, it makes all of the difference. So I'm just going to leave you with this because I know you're sick of the word consistency and probably my face. Your business, it's a garden, you guys. You plant the seeds, you have to sow, you have to weed. When that honeymoon phase is over and your plants are growing, you still have to go in there and you still have to tend to your garden. Don't forget to tend to your garden before it needs it, because when that 3-month cycle is up and it's time for the next 3-month cycle, you're going to see the results of what you've been doing for the past 3 months. And again, you're your own boss. You get to decide how big or how small the bubble you're living in is. You get to decide what you do with your business, but it's not enough to work hard. You have to work consistently. Schedule your calendar. Create this plan for yourself and stick to it. Your goals have to align with your activities. If you have big goals for yourself, then you need to have big activities for yourself. You need to have them consistently. You need to have your parties scheduled. You need to reach out to people. You need to be posting about the opportunity. You need to be going live. Your goals and your activities should always align. Don't restart your business. It's really hard. If you can avoid it, avoid it. And if you're at that point where you need to restart and you feel like you can't do it, I'm here to tell you, you absolutely can. If this is the little kick in the pants that you need to say, you know what, you're not where you want to be, but you're not doing the work you need to do to get there, then there's no shame in that. The shame is in realizing that and not doing anything about it. But you're here, you're watching this, you showed up. So take advantage and use this as the motivation that you need to restart your business. And again, don't make it optional. Whatever you do, don't make your business optional, because your business can do things for you and your family that you wouldn't even imagine right now. And you will be so grateful at that point that you showed up every day, you were consistent, you worked in your 3-month blocks, you created your own paycheck, and you worked hard. You're your boss. Your business is your garden. And at this point, I think I'm just repeating myself. So you guys, please be consistent. Please reach out to me or any of the other leaders. Again, in this company, we have the best leaders. Reach out to them if you need anything. I'm so grateful to be among these women. They're inspiring and they're amazing. And I learn from them every single day. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Again, let me know if I can help you with anything. And I cannot wait to see what you do with your business for the rest of 2020 and 2021. Bye, guys.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel motivated just having watched that amazing presentation from Brittany Lewis. Thanks so much, Brittany, for an incredible presentation. Our next speaker was born and raised in Hanford, California. She's a mom and a fiance and a licensed insurance agent. She has 6 kids and says she's worked as long as it's been legal to receive a paycheck. She started with in January of 2017 and has not looked back. She says she loves that this business gives her the ability to use her creativity and has a big dream and goal to build her perfect country home that fits her entire family and has the perfect room for her Smile business. So we're going to talk about the one thing that none of us ever have enough of, which is our time, but how we spend it is completely up to each one of us. If you're effectively managing your time, you're getting a lot more done in the course of a day. And Carly Wells is here to tell you that time management is the not so secret weapon of highly successful people.
Hi friends, happy celebration you guys. My name is Carly Wells, and for the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to talk to you guys about time management and how I managed to fit it all in. For those of you that don't know me, I am a full-time working mama of 6. We're the modern day Brady Bunch, so we have ages 6 to 16, and so our lives are full. They're busy, they're hectic. There might be a lot of yelling, but you know what? I've got big dreams and I strive for success, and that's why I fit it all in. And so hopefully something I can tell you today will help you decide what you're going to change on your list to reach your goals. So we're told so many times that to dream big, right? You got to have big dreams. Nothing's going to motivate you to wake up every day and go to work if you don't have a big dream you're working towards. So my personal big dream is to build our own custom country house to fit all of us. Before Smile, I would have never, ever imagined that even being in the cards. And now it's my dream. And that's what this business is going to help me achieve. But it really comes down to how much work do you want to put in to achieve your own goals. So today I'm going to talk about how I do it all. There's no magical fairy dust you can get on Amazon. There's no Superwoman cape. It's just a calendar, hard work, and dedication, you guys. So I do have some notes written down. Hopefully I don't go off on too many tangents, which I'm known to do sometimes. And yeah, let's just jump right in. I hope you have a pen ready. I'm so excited to be sharing all this information with you today. Really quick before we get started, I just really wish we were all together, hugging each other and dancing to all the great music and just being in each other's company. And I can't wait for the next event. But here we are, we're trying to make the best of it. And hopefully you learned something valuable today. So, yeah, a little about me. You guys, I work at a desk. I am an insurance agent. I have been licensed for 11 years. And from Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, that's where I am. I'm behind a computer doing that job. And my very first Smile event, I'll never forget it. I had written on the wall that I want to quit my job. And
That was over 3.5 years ago. And well, it was over 3.5 years ago that I started my Smile business. And at first that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to quit my job and earn enough money with my Smile business that I could do that. A lot has changed since then. I felt like I had this, this mindset that it wasn't okay to have all of these streams of income, that you really just needed to hone in on really what you wanted and what was going to, pay the bills, and just stick with that. And my heart has opened up so much. My passion has grown with Smile, but I no longer want to quit my day job. I'm a firm believer that you guys can have multiple streams of income. And if you guys don't know, I also have another at-home thriving business. So, anything that is going to help me towards that goal of building a home, I'm going to do it, you guys. It's not going to come easy. It's going to really take hard work, you guys. But it really comes down to, are you willing to do the work and fill up your calendar to achieve your big goals? So, we're told so often to get a calendar. And me personally, I'm very motivated by a cute calendar, right? So I go online every year and I get a cute new calendar with my name on it, and I start filling that baby up. So, but it's so true. So tips and tricks in doing so and making sure you guys can do it all day, every day. So you're gonna first go into your calendar and you're gonna write down your non-negotiables. So I hope you guys are writing this down. Go in and write the things that are gonna happen today, regardless of anything. So on my day-to-day, I'm blocked out from 8 to 5. Monday and Wednesday, June has dance. I'm gonna write that on my calendar. If, family dinner time is something that you wanna block off on the calendar, you come home and say 5:30 to 6:30, you're gonna block that time out because you've got dinner with family, and Smile is not gonna happen during that time. Write it down. So you're gonna write down all your non-negotiables, and then I want you to go back and look at all the empty space. Our days are the same amount of hours, you guys. So if I can do it, you can do it. I personally am a workaholic. I have always been that way. I have worked since my early teens, and I would sell the shirt off my back to earn an extra $1. And in fact, I did. Those Poshmark apps? Yeah, totally did that. I had a booming chalkboard business, and I ended up closing up shop about 6 months prior to starting Smile. It just wasn't my passion. I didn't find any kind of fun in it. I already work from 8 to 5. 8 to 5 is my work. And then I want to fill up the white space with my passion. And so I closed up my chalkboard shop. And it really just started with a dress for me. Smile didn't start out as my passion, and that's okay, because things are definitely going to change along the way. So it started with a dress. I did not know anything about Jeff and Nicole, who I have grown to just love and adore, the whole family, everybody at home office. And so everything has just grown so much for me since I started. And you guys, the second my eyes open in the morning, I'm working. A lot of people would call it working, but you guys, this is my passion. This is what I find fun. So it's not working to me, but I roll over, and you guys cannot tell me that the best feeling ever is when you wake up in the morning to find what's sold in your shop while you were sleeping, right? It is seriously the best feeling ever. You're like, yes, this is how I want to start my day. So start your day with something positive. And to me, my positive start to a morning is to check on my friends, check on my shop and what happened while I was sleeping. Check in with my team. Were there any questions asked? Whatever. I do that first thing in the morning. And then I get ready for work. I get the kids up and we go about our day. So, when the kids are in school, I have 3 different stops to make it to work on time before 8 a.m. My June's at one school, the boys are at another, and then I've got Elliot at daycare. So I do all of that before 8 a.m. 10 o'clock, I got a 15-minute break. So instead of going to my car and taking a little snooze, or running to Starbucks to grab a mid-morning coffee, I'm checking in. If Smile Connect is going, I'm jumping on that, and even if I just catch a couple minutes. I'm at work during launches, you guys, so I check in when I can on my 15-minute break, and throw up a income generating post. Boom, it's done. And so that's what I do on my breaks. My lunch hour, I am very, very lucky to only live about 2 blocks from home. In fact, I get in my car and it tells me exactly how long it is to get home, because my phone knows that I do this every single day. I run home, you guys, and I eat a sandwich, and that's when I do my shipping. So I do all of my shipping on my lunch hour. And another tip, just really quick before I get back into my day-to-day, say I had a live sale the night before, or a party or whatever. I always make sure to end the day invoicing and packaging. So all of my items are ready to ship on my lunch hour the next day, and I'm not wasting any extra time. So I cannot go to bed that night without invoicing and packaging. I remember, and I can't remember who said it, I literally just thought of it right now, but it's not to mortgage your day. So make sure, and if that means do the dishes before bed, do the dishes before bed. Make sure you don't owe anything to the day before when you wake up the next morning. So that's what I do. I make sure everything's ready. So when I come home at lunch, I'm ready to throw them in their poly mailers, slap a shipping label on, and depending on how busy the night was before, I can get that done in about 20 minutes. And then I've got the rest of the lunch hour to do whatever. UPS likes to show up at my lunch hour, so I do like to bring that box in really quickly. I bust it open as fast as I can. I take all the photos and edit before I go back to lunch. So, I'm not coming home and wasting an hour catching up on a Netflix show. I'm not coming home to take a snooze on the couch because I'm just so exhausted. I'm coming home to work on my passion, because this is what's going to build my house. So, I can't come home and ignore this. Not that I would, because this is literally my favorite part of my house. So how hard are you going to work to get to your dream? I wake up in the morning and I start. I do not stop until I go to bed at night. And when I was talking about writing down the non-negotiables, if you need to write down, 10 minutes to yourself to just zen out and, just be by yourself and do something for you, write it down. I'm not saying fill up your calendar so that you're so tired and run thin that you don't want to do this anymore. You definitely don't want to do that. But I promise you, when you go and you write down all of your non-negotiables in your calendar, there's so much white space that you guys could be doing something. And it doesn't mean you have to be selling a dress all the time. My evenings, I get off work, I go get Elliot, and I come home. One thing that I have, which I know a lot of people don't have, but if you have it, use it. I have such a great support system in my fiance, Jared. Some of you have met Jared. He takes care of the kids for me while I got to do something. If my kids aren't involved with whatever I'm doing, if they're not going live with me or whatever, he is, keeping them company back there. He's got dinner ready when I get home, so I can come home and focus. And I'm like, babe, I got a live tonight, or I got a party, so I've got to block out 30 minutes to just upload all of my inventory, and then I'm good to help you do whatever. So just teamwork. The support system is so important. So if you have that, take advantage. Ask for the help. If you need to call mom and be like, hey, can you come over for like 30 minutes so I can do shipping, or I can do a live, do it, just get as much help as you can, because it's so important. And that is such a big reason why I am able to do as much as I do, because I do have that help. But, a lot of people sign up because they want their kids involved. I'm not saying don't get your kids involved. My kids, you guys, if you've seen my lives, I've got kids going everywhere. If you're on a Zoom meeting and I'm probably got Elliot right here looking at you. But if there is something that you want to make sure that you get done and maybe the kids don't need to be involved at that time, you know, set them up with a board game or, you know, you guys know what works for your kids. And I'm not judging you. Set them up with an iPad. Elliot has learned so much. Thank you, Coco Melon. But anyways, no, you know, have that support system. Set your kids up. You can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you're going to find a way, get in a groove, and just, you know, really work hard at your goals. So that's kind of what my day-to-day looks like. I try not to mortgage my day. When I wake up the next morning and the dishes are, you know, full in the sink, I'm like, oh, I mortgaged my day. I should have done that before bed, because you know the best feeling is when you wake up and everything is where it's supposed to be. The house is tidy. Your packages are ready to ship, you know? So it's a good feeling. So just try and do all of that. But don't forget your you time. Don't forget about that. Am I tired? Yes. I am tired. But I'm not going to get to my goals by sitting and doing nothing. You know, I could just work my 8 to 5. It could just pay the bills. But I want more than that. I want extra money. I want to be able to take my family on a Disney vacation, which you guys, my 8 to 5 wouldn't do that. You know, I've gotten myself into debt, which I know I'm not the only person. And I'm not going to feel ashamed for talking about it, because there's so many people that have done the same thing. And you guys, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting myself out of it because of Smile. So set those goals and just really, really reach for them. I'm going to tell you a couple stories. I've only got about 5 more minutes, so let's see if we can do this. You guys, it's Sunday. I'm pre-recording this video. Yesterday was a really bad day. Yesterday, I sat down to do this for about an hour and a half in the morning, and I just couldn't do it. I was just, you know, I woke up in the wrong mindset. Elliot woke me up early. I didn't feel like me yesterday. So I stopped what I was doing. And this is so important. If something's not working for you, don't be afraid to just walk away and take a breather. I shut off my camera and I went to Jack in the Box, because dang it, the only way I was going to get through making this video was I needed a cheeseburger. I needed a greasy cheeseburger, you guys. So I came back and I did it again. And you guys, it weighed on me. Typically I don't watch myself back and critique myself so hard, but I'm telling you, yesterday, my mind just wasn't where it needed to be, and I didn't feel like I was watching a genuine video of me. So it is Sunday, it is Father's Day, the baby's sleeping, the kids are gone, and I'm sitting down and I'm doing this again. And you guys, I just feel so much better. So it's so important. Walk away. If something is not working, come back, because there's going to be another time that you can bust out whatever you need to do. Another quick story about literally the white space in my calendar. So it was a Sunday evening, and I have been working on starting a YouTube channel where I can post useful information where people can go check it out if they're looking into Smile or they just signed up and what to do now. And I was so excited about it, you guys. I posted my first video, I think it was like 4 months ago, and I was so excited about it. I was like, yes, I finally did this thing that was on my to-do list. You guys, it was 4 months. I'm pretty sure it said 4 months ago that I posted that, and I never did another one. And it's always been on my to-do list, but you know what I didn't do is I didn't write it in my calendar, and I did not make it a non-negotiable. So it was a Sunday evening, and I'm talking about that I want to do an informational video for my YouTube channel. And my girl Leah, you guys, a lot of you know Leah, she's amazing, but she's very blunt, and she's like, sit your butt down and do the video. Like, what, instead of talking to me right now, like, why aren't you doing that? And so I was like, oh, okay. And thank God for her, because you know what I did the next day? It was Monday. I've got work 8 to 5. You guys, I come home on my lunch. I ate a sandwich and I did my shipping. I had 28 minutes before I had to go back to work. And that was counting the 3 minutes that it takes for me to get to work. I had 28 minutes. What was I going to do with that time? I sat down and I videotaped my YouTube channel video that I wanted to do and that I've been trying to get myself to do for months. So thank you, Leah, because I sat my butt down. I had 28 minutes and I used it wisely. And you guys, I didn't sell a single thing that day. I remember I did not sell anything, and I felt on top of the world because I did something for my business that day that I had been wanting to do, and I just felt jazzed, like jazz hands, full on jazz hands. So I was so excited. You guys, I came home that evening, I changed the part in my hair, I put on a different shirt, and I sat down and did another one. So now I have 3 videos up. But write it in your calendar, make it a non-negotiable. Say, I'm doing this today, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna try it again the next day, which is what I did with this video. And so give yourself grace, you guys. If something's not working, that's okay. Come back to it. Come back to it. You guys, I was live last night. I had over 20 people watching me. I swear I showed my whole entire inventory and I sold 2 dresses. So we all have hard days. We all have our struggles, but keep on pushing. Keep on pushing, you guys. Think about that big dream. Mine is my house. Just keep working towards that. Do not give up, and do something for your business today that is going to get you closer to that. Okay, so that's the big thing. We're coming to a close, you guys. I just kind of wanted to go back through, you know, I showed you what my day-to-day looks like. Is it crazy and busy? Yes. But I'm so much closer to my dreams than I was, you know, before I started this business. So dream big, guys. Dream big. And how hard are you going to work to get to those dreams? Commit yourself to do something for your business every single day. Whatever that looks like to you. That might be that you woke up in a really bad mood today, and the great thing about our Facebook communities that we have grown, you guys, is it's full of our friends, right? So go to your friends and tell them that you're having a bad day. Ask them what kind of great motivational book they're reading. And you know what's going to happen is you're going to bring in that traffic to the one safe place that you have built, that people are expecting you to show up every single day, not to sell a dress, but to just say, hey. And people are going to relate to you, and that traffic's going to come. And you know what's going to happen is you might have 2 random dresses sell because you've got all these people coming to your shop and coming to your rescue because, man, you need to order that good book on Amazon today because I woke up in the worst mood ever. So don't worry if you don't sell a dress. Show up as this, you guys, this is your job. You guys treat this like your job, and that you have to show up to it every single day. Okay? If you don't show up, what's going to happen? You're going to be fired. You're going to be fired. So be sure to show up even if you're not selling. Say hey to your friends. Come to your safe place. Throw up a YouTube video. Go watch a motivational YouTube video on how to do a live sale. And just keep learning, you guys. I hope something that I said today, you know, something you can add to your list of what you're going to add into your day-to-day. If you guys ever need any help, I am always open. You guys can find me on social media. Some of you have my number. You can email me, whatever. I am here for every single one of you. I'm always here to help you guys. I don't always have good days, but dang it, I'm gonna show up with a smile. And I cannot wait to show you guys the house I want to build. build, not build. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I really wish we were all together today, but I cannot wait to see you guys at the next Smile event. And I love you guys. And yeah, that's it. Happy celebration. Bye.
Wow, Carly just knocked it out of the park with her talk on time management. Hopefully you guys took some amazing notes during that presentation. Our next speaker has been in the direct sales industry for many years and absolutely loves it. She said she has lifetime friendships with not only her teammates, but her customers as well. She loves seeing how much joy these clothes bring to children who wear them. She's a grandma to 12 grandbabies, is currently in the process of getting certified to become a John Maxwell coach, and was the first merchandiser to hit the rank of Dreamer and is currently serving her second term on our Founders Club. So if you want to win the day, you've got to win the morning first. And a lot of motivated people believe that success is rooted in our habits, and waking up and getting out of bed is where everyone's best habits begin. Andrea Thompson is going to tell you how to set realistically great expectations each morning before you even get started going to work.
Well, hello everybody. Kind of sad that I'm coming at you from my ... Smile room and not actually in the Anaheim Marriott, sitting at tables by everybody, hugging, laughing, giggling, one-on-one. But it is what it is, so instead, here I am, virtual, and here to... But I am excited to share with you what Smiles asked me to speak on to you today. So for the next 15-20 minutes, I'm going to share with you an absolute passion of mine. I totally believe in this topic 100%, and I can tell you that because I've not had it, not lived it, discovered it, implemented it, and whoa, what a difference it made. And then fell from doing it for quite a while, for a couple months actually, and then saw the difference again, and then got back into it again, and now see again the difference that a morning routine can have in your life. So I really am excited to share with you how truly life-changing having a morning routine can actually be. And I mean, if you think about it, my morning routine used to be waking up, rolling over, and this was the first thing I grabbed, right? My phone. And I would scroll through, and I would wake up and I would see stuff like that. And I would see all these notifications, and oh my gosh, I have all these emails, and I have all these messages, and Facebook notifications, and oh my gosh, that's so important. I've got to take care of all this stuff. Well, when I did that, you guys, I was starting my day on someone else's agenda, right? And I want to tell you that the way you begin your day shapes your day. So we need to start our days with intention. It's so, so important to start your day off with intention and on your agenda, not somebody else's. And I can vouch for the fact that when you do start your day not doing what I'm about to share with you, it really does make a huge, huge, huge difference. So some of the things I want to share with you and the tips in my little amount of time that I have, because I could speak about this all day, because I'm going to break it up into 6 different sections of what you do. And I could go on with some of those forever, 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 forever. But I also wanted to share with you a quote from John Maxwell. He's one of my mentors, and he's fabulous. If you've never read any of his books, go to Amazon.com and order them. They are amazing. But he says you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. And you guys, I'm telling you, there's so much truth in that statement. And so when about a year ago, I guess, it was about a year ago, I started on this personal growth journey that I decided that I really wanted to do. And so by doing that, I started listening to tons of podcasts, I started reading lots of books, and really learning from other people, because one of Tony Robbins' sayings is success leaves clues. And he's absolutely right. So many people that have been in the network marketing business before us, or direct sales in any way, that have been very successful have written books. And why would we want to reinvent the wheel and try to learn the hard way, right? Let's learn from other people that have been kind enough to write books for us, so that we can learn from them. So one of the books that I discovered I don't even remember how I discovered it, but I did. It's called The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers by Hal Elrod and Pat Petrini. I'm not kidding you guys. This book literally changed my life. And that's not an understatement. That is truth bombs right there, okay? And I want to share with you, why did it change my life? Why did it make me better? Why did it help me? And not just be a better merchandiser, a better leader, it helped me be a better person in general. And that's what I love about this, is in personal growth, we grow at all aspects of our lives. And we wear lots of hats as women, right? We wear a lot of hats. And so sometimes a lot is expected of us. So it's important for us to take care of us. Our self-care is important. So as I was reading this, there was a lot that he gave, that a lot of information in there that was given, that I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And some of it I was like, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to put it to the test. And I did. And I no longer go, I'm like, yep, I get it now. I get it 100%. So if anything I share with you right within the next few minutes that you're thinking, I don't know about that, Andrea, I want you to stop and take my challenge that I gave myself of seeing if it doesn't actually work. So put it to the test. Challenge it. See if it works, see if it doesn't work. You're probably going to come back just like I did and go, yeah, I get it now. Okay? So in The Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod and Pat Petrini are talking about, he talks about how he interviewed all these different people. And interesting thought, you guys, I wanted to share with you. I might need my glasses for this one. On page 19, actually, they interview a bunch of different people. And Jordan Adler, who was our keynote speaker, is actually in the book, Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. And he talks in here too about what he does that helps him in his mornings. But Hal Elrod noticed that all these different people who are already very successful had these habits that they did every morning. And he thought, gosh, what would happen if I took, and he noticed that different people did different things. And he thought, what if I took all of these and combined them together? What would happen? And he did, and his whole world changed. And then he ended up writing this book and changed my world too. Hopefully we can get this to help you as well. But the one thing I really want to point out is all the books we read and all the messages that we're getting from all of our peers and from Jordan Adler, from Jeff and Nicole, from Calvin, from everybody that's speaking to us right now at this convention, if we don't apply them into our lives, they're absolutely worthless. There's just notes that we took on a piece of paper, but unless we actually use it and utilize it and apply it to our lives, it's almost like wasting our time. So I'm going to ask you guys to utilize what you're learning, especially from this book. So that's what I did. And in there he talks about your morning routines have the power to change your life. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna check it out and I'm gonna see. And he was absolutely right. Because when you take control of how your day begins, you control your attitude and your energy levels. So the first thing you have to do in the morning, and this was a habit luckily I got into like 40 years ago when I first became a nursing mother, I always had a big glass of water on the side of my bedstand. So that when I woke up, that was the first thing I did in the morning, was I would drink a big glass of water. And if you think about it, you guys, how important is that? We have been sleeping, hopefully you've been sleeping for 7 to 8 hours, and all that time you're not drinking water. And so it's important that the first thing we do, we've already started our day in a negative because now we're dehydrated because we haven't had water for 8 hours. So first thing you need to do is to start your morning routine is with a big tall glass of water and just chug that water down, okay? That's the first step to starting your morning off right. And And then, you guys, okay, in the book, he talks a lot about taking an hour. Now, I realize for some of us with little kids, an hour is a lot. And to get started, sometimes an hour might just be way overwhelming and more than you can actually feel like you can do. I'm going to ask you just to do 10, 15 minutes to start if that's all you can do, okay? But what you need to do is you need to start the night before. You need to start with intention of, I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to do this, okay? And then you need to set your phone to airplane mode. And I'll tell you why when you set your alarm to get up 15, 20 minutes earlier than you normally would have, okay? Why airplane mode? I'll tell you why. Because you don't want to wake up to all this on your phone. Because that's going to be one of the first things you grab as your alarm goes off is your phone. And you don't want to get distracted with all these notifications of everything coming at you. If you put your phone on airplane mode, then that's not going to happen. And so when you're all done with your morning routine, then you can take it off airplane mode. Then you can see all of your notifications and you can respond accordingly. And I'll tell you right now, you'll be in a better mindset and happier when you go to deal with all that. So more important than even the time of day that we start all of this is the mindset with which we start our day. So some of us might be early risers, some of us might not be early people at all. You have to do what's best for you. But the time you start is not what's important. It's the mindset that you start your day with, okay? So that's what I'm here to try to help you to do. So he breaks these, he talks about, he calls them lifesavers, and he breaks them up into SAVERS. Those are his 6 things. And so I'm going to break those down, and I wish I had more time, but I don't. So if you're not clear on what something is, first of all, get the book and read it. He goes into quite a bit of depth. And then I would also suggest that you just go in and just mark up that book with everything that really spoke to you. So he talks about the very first thing was S is for silence. If we start our day with quiet, it's going to start calmer and peaceful. It's going to help relieve some of that stress that sometimes we feel when we wake up in the morning, right? And I'm not talking silence like, oh, I'll just lay in bed for this part. No. You've got to get out of bed. You've got to get out of bed to be able to have this be beneficial and effective, because otherwise you're just going to fall back to sleep. And nothing's going to change until you make the change. So first thing you're going to do is do the silence. Now this is a time where I do meditating and praying. Now I'll tell you right now, when I first read all this and they were talking about meditating, that was one of the ones that I was like, oh, I don't know about that, And I thought, no, put it to the test. You guys, I'm here to tell you now that I love meditating. That's when I'm not doing it. That's what I notice makes it different for me in my mindset and how I'm starting my day. And sometimes I'll step back and I'll go, oh, you didn't do the silence part of your morning routine today, Andrea. And it can make a huge difference. So if you're like me and we're thinking, oh, meditate, put it to the test. I started with 5 minutes and I've just kind of worked my way into whatever I have time for that day. Even if it's just a minute of sitting there quietly and doing that, that is better than nothing, okay? So silence is the first one. A is for affirmations. This is where you tell yourself positive things. You guys, I'm here to tell you that is huge. That makes such a huge difference. I've been mentored by a great lady named Tiffany Peterson, who I absolutely love. And one of the things she has us do as she's coaching us is we have to put on the mirror these different affirmations, things we have to say, and we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and do it. And we say things like, I am enough. I am good enough. I can do this. I am, whatever it is you need to feel, that's what you say. And then she also has us say, and I love you, and I forgive you. those things can be powerful and huge. And she's even made comments that some people have, it's actually taken them to tears to be able to look at themselves in the mirror and say those things. But positive affirmations to yourself can make such a huge difference because it helps get your mindset into that positive frame. And that's what we want, okay? I've always been a positive person. It's just who I am. I always see things positively. But I'm going to be honest, there are days that don't roll positively. And so it's nice to be able to have these to fall onto to help me get there. So affirmations are huge. And look at yourself in the mirror and say them if you can, because that can be the difference in you believing them, okay? And then the third one is V, S-A-V, is for visualization. And you guys, this one is huge, huge. It's so big and so important that so many books have been written on this. Visualization is another way of like the law of attraction. If you don't know what the law of attraction is, look it up. There's lawofattraction.com actually. There's a website. Go, check it out. Watch the videos. Do whatever you have to do to learn how important visualization is. There are so many books out there about the importance of visualizing what it is you actually want and seeing it, being clear and precise in what it is, so that your subconscious knows exactly what it is you want. You guys, it's huge. There's even a movie out called The Secret. You should watch that. I strongly suggest, I think it's on Netflix. I strongly suggest everybody give that a good watch, because it's huge. It will help you act and think differently when you're visualizing these things. Rachel Hollis has a whole Start Today journal where she does all this. So it's huge out there in the world of those who are very successful. And that's visualizing where you want to be, what you want to have. And Jen Sincero has it in her book. I mean, all these names just keep coming to my mind of all these different books that I've read. The Success Principles, Jack Canfield has a whole chapter in that book about the law of attraction and how huge it can be in your life. So visualization is huge, and that's the V. Then the E is for exercise. And you guys, I have to tell you, when I first started, the E was kind of my, I don't know about that. But you guys, I started doing it. It was like, okay, I got this. Once I started, I was golden, right? And then the R is reading. So I would combine the two. And I would, while I was exercising, when I was on the treadmill, I would pop my AirPods in and I would listen to an Audible book on tape, or I would listen to a podcast. Something that's also feeding me positivity. You should listen to a podcast or something positive every single day for at least 10 minutes to a half an hour every single day. Feed your brain with positive information, whether it's from a book or whether it's from a podcast. It's huge. And I just combine the two together. And then the very last one is what they refer to as scribing. And that's where you're going to write in your journal, your gratitude journal, your regular journal, whatever you want to do. Now, I found this on Amazon, and I've written in this every single day for almost a year now. And that is the one that I've never steered from, is writing in my gratitude journal. And remember, that's what this business started on, right? Was a gratitude journal. Nicole started writing in her gratitude journal, and that's how Smile was formed for the most part, right? So keep that thought in mind. We should always, always, always start our day with gratitude. Always start our day with positivity. Start your day with intention, your intention. Do not start your day on somebody else's agenda by scrolling through social media and letting them control your thought process. You're in charge. You're the one in charge. So I'm going to challenge you guys to do this. I promise you. I promise that when you actually do this and apply these principles into your life, it will change your life. It will make a difference. But it's up to you. I can give you all the tools, but it's up to you now to take what I've shared with you and to apply it into your life. And then if you fall, like I fell for a while, there was a couple months when I fell out of the habit of it all. It was hard to get back into it, but I did. And I could see the huge difference of when I fell out of it and when I got back into it again. Huge difference in my mindset. So I'm just here to share with you guys, morning routines are huge. Use them, apply them, and they really will help take your business, your life, as a mom, a wife, a daughter, or whatever hat you wear. It will help take you to the next level. So hopefully this helped you a little bit. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you guys in person here soon so we can just hug, all right? Anyways, talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Great job. It's always good to be reminded that every morning we need to set our intentions before we even begin the day. Our next speaker is a woman we all love and admire. She's the reason we're all here today. So please help me welcome our founder, Nicole Thompson.
Hey everybody, I am so happy to be with you today. How awesome is it that we can all gather together virtually during this time? Very unfortunate that we can't all be together, but I am really grateful that we can gather in this way and learn and grow and thrive as a team together. I am so happy that I can speak to you today. A couple weeks ago when the team was prepping me for this, I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, because many of you know that about 2.5 months ago, my little brother passed away. I'm gonna get emotional because it's something that's really new and something that I'm still processing. Alex was living with Jeff and I at the time, and he had also been working at Smile Warehouse. And so he left our house and got in a motorcycle accident and passed away. So the past 2.5 months, I have been doing my very, very best at showing up for myself and showing up for my family and for Jeff. And I was thinking to myself when they asked me to do this, how can I possibly get in front of everybody and share anything that's of worth when I am struggling so bad myself? So I took some time to reflect on that. And what came to me was, Nicole, do you. And what I do best when I'm struggling is I focus on all the good. I focus on what I'm grateful for. I also strive to look outside myself, to serve others, and to be there for other people that may be struggling at the same time. And I really feel like that helps me and that lifts me up. Although there's times where I don't feel like I can do any of that, I do feel lifted up in a sense where I wake up and I can at least serve my family. It doesn't have to be outside of the walls of my home, but I can serve my family, and I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to see the sun and to feel the wind blowing on my face and to have a healthy family and to have Smile and to have all of you. Thank you, by the way, to everybody that has been keeping us in your thoughts and your prayers during this time. Gosh, I feel like I'm doing pretty okay. And then I start talking because I don't really talk about it a lot. And then the emotions start coming, so I apologize. So today, I am showing up for all of you because I know that each and every one of you have faced your own trials and challenges in this life. And whether you know it or not, you being here today, you're showing up for yourself, and not just for yourself, but for your family. So thank you. Thank you for being a guiding light for me and for supporting us during these hard times. I am extremely grateful that Smile is doing so great right now amongst the world and everything that is happening. It has been a huge blessing to me in my life. And I'm so grateful for everybody that has shown that and has been an example to me through keeping their business going. I am like in awe at the growth that we have made. Like, you guys, my heart is just so full and I'm just so grateful. So many of you know that Smile was founded on gratitude, and that's something that is just embedded in me, something that I will always strive to focus on. Believe me, there are days where I don't feel like there are anything to be grateful for, but yet again, at the end of the day, there is always something to be grateful for. Anyways, so I've been going back to listening to a lot of books on Audible when I can't sleep or when I'm just doing things around the house, trying to fuel my soul and to feel uplifted. And I got inspired about a week and a half ago to read You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero again. And many of you know that I'm a big fan of this book and I love it so much. And as I was listening to it, reading it, there was this bit in there that says, keep moving, keep growing, keep pushing through obstacles, keep evolving, keep pushing through new challenges. You don't want to merely survive, you want to thrive in every area of your life. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just keep pushing, and I feel like I'm growing every single day. And I know that because that's helped me, I know that that will help each and every one of you. We don't want to just survive, we want to thrive, right? We want to thrive in every area of our life. And I feel like there's phases of our life where it might be harder than others to actually find that motivation to do so. But I feel like if we take a step back and we are feeling the best way with our health and making happy choices and doing good, I know that that will help us exude that to everyone else around us. I do feel like when things aren't totally aligned in life, taking a step back and focusing on what matters, which is, your health, things that you're eating, sleeping, making sure that you're making that time for self-care, exercising, moving your body, getting outside, spending time with the ones that you love. I feel like that really fuels me. The past couple of weeks, I decided to take a step away from social media, and I really feel like that has helped me. I'm kind of slowly creeping back in. I do love social media so much, and I love sharing my life with other people, and I love seeing everybody else's lives, especially during this time when we don't get to see everybody. But that really helped me as well, taking that time away. Anyways, so with that being said, I am here and I'm showing up for not just for all of you, but for myself, for being this strange time of life already with COVID and quarantine, and then losing my brother. It kind of threw me through a whole loop. And I feel like every day I'm just doing my best, doing the best that I can, And sometimes the best that I can is the bare minimum, and that's okay. Another quote that Jen Sincero said in her book was, be your best, do your best, demand the best, expect the best, receive the best, and put your best out into the world so everyone can receive the best. I loved that. Really, really loved that, because as long as we strive to do our best, and when it's talking about demanding, it's those manifesting, it's writing it down, it's making a vision board, those types of things. And then we have those expectations for ourselves. And sometimes expectations can be really, really high. Maybe lowering those expectations in a sense of like showing up is your best. But I really, really want you all to know that you all deserve the very, very best. My mom would always call it building castles in the air, building those dreams. Jeff and I have huge dreams, and we want to share them with all of you. And, 10 years ago, we wrote down where we want to see ... Smile and where we want to see in our personal lives, and dreaming, kind of like Dan the Dreamer taught all of us, right? Dreaming big, I feel like is really important to do. I remember when he spoke, I wrote down all of these things that I want, and out of the expectation of myself, in a sense, of those dreams, I wrote them all down. And it's kind of neat to see and to go through them, that without even knowing it, that I've already received a lot of those things. And I want to challenge each and every one of you to do that. If you haven't done it, when I know that Dan spoke last year at our very first celebration, but maybe you do it again. I feel like it's such a great tool to motivate us and to also challenge us, because when you write something down, it's different than like storing it up in your head. I feel like it really is there, and you can see it and you can actually plan for it. And so write down those dreams, write down what you expect out of your life, what you want to see from your life. And he talks about it could be the most crazy, insane dream that you never thought could ever happen. And guess what? It could happen. Anything's possible, right? Anyways, keep dreaming, keep believing in yourself. Don't ever lose sight of who you are. We're all such great individuals, and we are all loved. Another thing that has been really helpful to me right now has been taking the time to meditate and to taking the time to like reflect on myself and my thoughts over myself. I really feel like something that can really, really bring us down are our thoughts and the guilt of those thoughts. Doing daily affirmations has been something that I have loved doing, but also is hard for me to do because it's the reality of things that I lack within myself. And whether it's like physical aspects or whatnot, or things that I feel like I'm not really great at, but the affirmations are really, really helpful and really beneficial. I actually try to do them with my kids every night before they go to bed. Being a mom, you guys, during these trying times, the homeschooling, the teaching them, the trying to work at the same time, man, it's rough stuff, right? And sometimes I feel like, man, I really screwed up my kids today. But I know that kids easily forgive, and I really want to strive to, on a daily basis, build my kids up and to teach them speaking up. You could probably hear them. I shut the door and locked it. And I do have a babysitter here watching them, so they're not out there by themselves. But anyways, going back to those affirmations, I feel like that's one thing as children I feel like is really great to kind of build within themselves at such a young age. A few that I say to them are, I am loved, I am happy, I am brave, I am strong, I am kind, I am healthy, I am safe, I am beautiful, I am perfect just the way that I am. And I always end with, I am a child of God, because they are children of God. Those same affirmations are very much applicable to each and every one of us. Also, I like to say, I'm an awesome person. I like to say that. Anyways, I also wanted to share with you guys the excitement of the direction of Smile. Although I'm not showing my face a lot on social media or on the Facebook page, I want you to know that I am still showing up for Smile. I am still designing. I am still creating. I am still planning. I feel like that's something in my brain that never ever stops. And that's something that I always thrive and get excited about. So we have some really awesome and great things coming. I know that we always say that, but then you guys know that there's always awesome things coming, right? Every time there's something new, you guys get so excited. I love receiving all of the messages from each and every one of you. Every time we launch something, every time we launch something new, it's such a satisfying feeling when I've worked so hard, when I have put so much of my heart and soul into something, and to receive great feedback has been really, really great. So thank you for all that feedback. I know that all of you have a reason, all of you have a why for why you're here, and that serves a huge purpose, but I know that another reason why you are all here is because of the product. So I'm grateful that we have an amazing team that helps create that and helps my vision come to life. And seeing your littles wearing all of Smile when you guys post and tag, it just warms my heart. Like, especially with being our purpose, we create smiles and build confidence. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, we do that. We do that through the clothes that they're wearing, and it just like makes me so happy to see that. So keep the photos and the tags coming through. I love them so much. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys quickly kind of the process of where it starts with my design aspect and how it comes about. I know that a lot of you have probably heard this, but we do have a lot of newbies in here. And I really feel like it's a good way to share kind of like the creation of it. And when you're selling it, you can share this. And I think that it's really helpful and beneficial to the knowledge of you as merchandisers, and being able to share that with your customers. And it's really fun. It's really fun to do. So I've always been a really creative person. I've always had a very particular taste. And I feel like something that I love is fashion. That's one of my like passions. It kind of makes me think like, why did I not want to go to like design school or fashion or FITM? But I ended up going to hair school, which is still very creative. I like to work with my hands. I'm not a painter. I'm not an artist in that way, but I love creating when doing hair. I did hair and makeup for weddings for 12 and a half, 13 years. And I love using my hands to create in that way. And I feel like when Dot Dot Smile came about, it was something that I was like, oh my gosh, I have found my like inner deepest passion. And designing and creating clothes for kids has been something I didn't even realize I wanted to do, yet it has been like the most amazing thing I've ever done. And I love it. I love it. Like even amongst all of this craziness in my life, 2 days after Alex passed away, I got on a phone call with Michelle because with production, we have deadlines. And if we don't meet those deadlines, we don't get product on time. And so she was like, oh, I really hate to bother you. This is like the worst timing ever, but can you hop on? Can we talk? And I was able to do that meeting with her. And thankfully, I was able to do it because I have a lot of passion for it. And it's something that I love to do. I have a tickle in my throat. Anyways, going back to the passion of it, but then the product of it. So I start off finding inspiration. I look on blogs, I look on Pinterest, I look on Instagrams, I look at all other children's brands, and you find inspiration. I love to see where the trends were to where the trends are going. I love to share with, not share, but I love to like see what other brands are doing, because some brands speak to me and some brands don't, yet I still like to see where they're going. I've realized a lot of adult brands, after time, kids kind of do very similar things. And so I kind of find the inspiration through what's on trend, obviously, with fashion and whatnot. And then I like to look at textiles. I like to see like prints and patterns, and that can go as far as like, hey, what are like, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Wrapping paper, things that you write notes with. Can I think of the name? Stationery, that kind of stuff. Home design, like rugs, those types of things. I love following designers to see what they're doing, and I really thrive off of that. I like to shop, not necessarily to buy things, but to like see like what colors, what tones, what patterns, what prints, all of that. And I really like, I'm so drawn to those trends. And it's actually kind of a problem sometimes, because I'll buy something and I think it's cute and I'll wear it, but because fashion is changing so fast, I like get over things really fast. And so my friends are lucky because they always get my clothes, and I've worn them like 1 or 2 times, but it's so bad, right? But it's like, that's who I am, and that's how I create, I feel like, is going through and seeing what is on trend and what is something that I can do to create for Dot Dot Smile. So when you see all of our new prints and colors and tones and palettes, I have done a lot of research before putting those out. And given things that are coming out now are things that I worked on 6, 7, 8 months ago. And so although other trends are happening and you're seeing other things in other stores, like those are other things that we're working on as well, I always try to stay ahead of it, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. But I really feel like I have a really great eye for colors and all that great stuff and patterns and such. And I know that everything that we launch, you guys do love. I have received really, really great feedback, and it has made me really happy. So I'm really, really grateful for that. We also Sorry guys, that tickled. We also strive to listen to what you guys want and your feedback. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but we did have a forum that you guys could fill out and you can share what you want. So a lot of times I go back to that, and if you guys say we want to see more like, more florals or stripes or more of these tones or that or this, I really strive to listen to what you guys want so we can provide the best quality goods for you guys. Because if we don't provide the best quality goods, then you guys can't be successful. But I do also want to challenge each and every one of you that even though it's something that maybe you don't love, there is always someone that loves it. So even though you receive it and you're like, this print, I don't really love it, don't say that, right? You don't say that. But you want to share with your customers and maybe educate them that the designer has, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I've done a lot of research and I've worked really hard to bring you guys not just best quality in, quality, but in style and design. And I really feel confident in all of the designs that we have and everything that we're bringing to you now and the future. And it just makes me really, really excited for everything that's coming and the direction of this business and how it can only benefit each and every one of you and your growth. So that's a little bit of how it works. Oh, I did miss a step. So then I find inspiration. It's a little bit of how it works, but I'm still going to show a little bit more. I do find tons of inspiration with prints. A lot of you guys have sent us some, whether it be like actual prints or you send us ideas. I'm just throwing out like rainbows and leaves and butterflies and cactus and palm trees, whatever. You just say what you want, and then I find a design print. And sometimes I can't find anything that I like, but I will give our graphic design team saying palm trees. Hey, they really want palm trees. So I just give them that, and then they come back and they give me all kinds of different colorways and different types and designs, which is really great because sometimes I do get stuck. Sometimes I am like, oh man, like how am I going to create this? What am I going to do? And seeing someone else that's creative see it another direction has been really awesome. So having our graphic design team, Army and Helen, has been really great. I love, love, love having them a part of our Smile family. And so they will come back and give me lots of different options. And then I feel like the juices start flowing and I'm like, okay, okay, I can see this now. And then I tweak it and I change it. I make, the shapes of the leaves a little bit different, or I change the size and then the coloring and then the background. And then, let's add this aspect. Let's add this aspect. So there's a lot of thought that goes in each and every one of them. And once they're done, we submit the PO and we get back what is called strike-offs. So it's kind of like a sample of what the print actually looks like on fabric. And I compare it to the paper of the design. And then a lot of times we make changes going off that as well. So it's a big process. It's a really fun and exciting process. And I am so happy that I have a job where, despite the circumstances and the stages of my life, that I still get excited about showing up and designing and doing that. I can hear my kids. Anyways, I also want to encourage you guys to step out of your comfort zone, to do things out of the comfortable. This is uncomfortable for me right now because, grief is also a really strange place. A lot of times I don't want to show my face. I don't want to do things because it's easier to just not do them, right? But getting comfortable with the uncomfortable has been something that I have always had to do, especially being the owner and the creator of Smile. It's not ever easy, but in the end, you will only grow for yourself and for your business. It definitely shapes each of us into who we are. I also want you guys to toss the fear. I think a lot of us process things in our brain, whether it be anxiety and stress and overanalyzing, but that fear, I feel like, is never going to get us anywhere. I'm going to read another little bit from Jensen Cheryl, but she said, fear is all about how you choose to look at things. So by changing your perspective on it, you can let the fear of not doing the thing you are scared of fuel your quest to greatness. So let go of the fear. If you let go of it, that same energy in the complete opposite direction can fuel your quest to greatness. So hopefully you guys got some great little tidbits from me today. I love you all so very, very much. You know that I do. And you know that I thrive off of each and every one of you. And every time I see you guys, I give you great big hugs. And I miss you guys so much. I want to give you guys great big hugs right now. I just saw a white butterfly flying outside my window. And ever since Alex died, that white butterfly has been flying throughout our yard. And that kind of just brought me a little bit of peace and comfort knowing that I'm doing the right thing right now, being here for all of you. So despite whatever it is that any of you may be going through, I know you can do it. I'm doing it. I'm showing up. Anyways, I love you all so much love. I am so excited for everything that has been planned for this virtual celebration. So many great speakers and some great announcements and some awesome things that you guys are going to take away to fuel your business and fuel your souls. And I leave that with all of you guys. Love you guys so much. And don't forget to smile, you guys. Bye. You'll do this and this. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I know I speak for everyone when I say you are such an inspiration to all of us. Thank you so much for everything you do here at Smile. I also want to thank all of our other speakers who we had this morning. Thanks so much to Nicole for opening her heart and sharing with us. I want to thank Brittany Lewis for talking about consistency and motivating yourself. Carly Wells, who shared with us tips on time management, and for Andrea Thompson, who taught us how to have miracle mornings and set our intentions. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and give you a break. So we'll break for lunch, and then we're planning on seeing you again at 2 p.m. Pacific time for our next session. But before you go, the brand new Smile Celebration 2020 swag available on the website right now.